it's very easy from a German position to say that, well, Croats need to do the same thing, Czechs need to do the same thing, Hungarians. For me, it's great to talk to people here, to understand it, and then to sort of re-evaluate the proposals that we make as researchers, as think tankers.
One of the things that didn't come up today, one of the reasons why more people are on the move is the poor world is getting rich. So that you've got a middle class in a lot of these places who have the wherewithal to pay the people traffickers to get them to Hamburg or London or whatever. And we are stripping out of these societies their most dynamic and often most educated people.
But as you say, I mean, still we have to prepare our host societies for more ethnic diversity.
Well, that's coming anyway. I mean, that's in the price.
Well, that's coming anyway, but we can sort of design that proactively, because as you say, the world's getting richer, so thus it's getting more mobile. We have that. We have that good scientific evidence that all development funding will end up in a boost of migration to begin with. The benefit in the sense that the countries of origin that get funding for development will only be the second step, when the people who have come to Europe or the United States or other, wealthy industrial countries to learn, to study, to practice, sort of reward back to their country of origin and support development there.
If they do, that's fine. Yeah.
So at the same time, and there's ways to contractualize that in a way to
now you're talking. Permanent new citizens coming, but also temporary citizens, and really policing it so that the temporary citizens are temporary citizens who have fewer rights. They don't have the right to bring in dependents, say, and a lot of liberals don't like that. But it's the only, if we want to preserve some degree of immigration, we're getting a huge kickback from our publics on it. If we want to preserve it, most of it is going to have to be short term.
We could really seal off the fortress Europe.
Yeah,
but at what price?
And then we select the most vulnerable. Instead, as it is, we've created this kind of Darwinian surge of, so it's the richer and the stronger young men who get through. I mean, I think we behave very badly.
Well, sure, but we as a collective, I mean, we as the European Union, would we be able to manage to set up a humanitarian program? Let's say give people a status of 2 years, extendable for 1 year and 1 year and 1 year. Refugees of civil war in Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan and elsewhere.
We keep the vast majority in the region. We take the people who are perhaps particularly damaged.
Which we do right now, because the vast majority stays in the region.
Well, thanks to the Turks policing the system for us.
Thanks to the Turks.
Perhaps for a few more weeks.
They haven't policed too much before March of 2016, thanks to Lebanon, thanks to Jordan. But still, we would need a quota of, let's say, 250,000 a year for Europe to take in, and that's really nothing.
The analogy here is with Mexico in the late 70s. And what did that give us? It gave us Donald Trump.
But
30 years later, it gave us Donald Trump.